Well, Joe, not our day in terms of result this afternoon. What did you make of City's performance today?
Good second half. I thought we finished the strongest team near the end of the game, but that's easy to do sometimes when you're chasing the game. I thought again we were slow to start and come out the block. So first 20 minutes, I thought we were a little bit penned in and couldn't quite get out and were slashing at things and not brave enough on the ball. So that's been the theme for most of the games we've played, that we haven't started too bright. So we need to look at that. But then we really grew into the game, and the unfortunate thing is it's a terrible mistake that's cost us the game. And Ryan's dropped one. It's a difficult one to take because the ball's coming in, it's going away from him, so it's a long way for him to come off his line and take it. And obviously, as he's gone to catch it, it's gone away even more, and he's dropped it. And obviously, we've tried to dig him out a hole if we could. We tried to block it, but there's a few deflections. In the end, it's ended up in the back of the net. So I feel sorry for the lads because they put a hell of a shift in again. But it's a mistake that's cost us, and we never seem to get our luck here at Dartford. And we have to take it on the chin quickly and get back on for next week. Because if you look at the league table at this stage of the season, it's not really going to tell you what the league table should or what average is going to be at the end of the season. I'm not too concerned about that. I'm looking at our performances. That would have been a great week, even if we got a point here, because it's been a tough old week. We've been on the road to Slough, as you know, and a long old journey down here today. We then have to deal with that delay, which is farcical, and then we have to bite the bullet and say, we haven't taken anything away.
So farcical. What we're going, obviously 35 minutes or so we had to wait. What was the main discussions between you, officials, and Dartford?
Mine's always safety of players. We've been on a coach for 4 hours to get here, 3.5 hours, and for the game to stop, the official pulls his calf. We're sat in the dressing room then, and we get told sort of 10-15 minutes that we're not going to be able to carry on. We're going to try and get an official. There's no official they could get. They say one's going to turn up, but no one spoke to anyone. I asked for clarification with the league. The league tell me it's a referee's decision. We then get something from someone else saying it's a referee's decision. So there was no clarity in it. And it's different for us because we've been on a coach. And my concerns are always player welfare and player safety. And they were at risk of injury because it was about 45 minutes in the end by the time we kicked off again. So we've had a 45-minute delay before we've kicked off for the second half. This is not me blaming that on the result, by no means, but I don't think it's fair on any player, whether it's Steve's team or my team, that they should sit around for 45 minutes and then expect to go out, warm up again and play another half of football. The obvious decision and the most clear decision was to stop the game. I don't particularly want to come back midweek, but that was only the clear decision that I thought was to be made, but it wasn't. They said if we'd gone 50 minutes, it may get abandoned, so for the sake of 5 minutes, I don't know why it didn't get stopped. But I don't want to talk about that too much. It's about the game. Near the end, we've had some chances. Obviously, there's this disallowed goal for Tommy Conway. Looked offside, I think, maybe. We'll have to look back at that. Tom Richards has gone really close near the end as well. And then when a couple of balls are really going in that box with quality from Callum Evans, a couple from Freddie Grant, we've got to stop fouling because the two had gone in and we'd fouled. So, no, listen, we looked at our free-flowing best near the end of the game. We've got to try and get that a little bit more in that 90 minutes.
We were impressed again from the crossing of Callum Evans and from other wide areas as well. It feels like you're saying it's been improved upon this season. It's
funny that we were talking about it, me and Jim. We said we look like a team that's going to score from crosses by coming in the box. So we've got variation. We can play through, we can play round or play over. It's how we get there, though, Mark's the key to it. We're not going to get there direct straight away. We're going to have to be brave and get on the ball. I felt as if the midfield three early in the game wasn't brave enough to go and drop underneath it and get it off our back four. I felt as if the back four didn't really have any options, so it's going in long. What we don't want is going into Freddie Hines, Tommy Conway and young Lucas long, because they're not going to be able to be physically matched up against these big teams. So we need a bit more quality. Build up, be patient, be slow with it, be brave. And that's what you saw second half. You saw that from us. So, at the end of the day, it should be a point. It's not a point. That's the facts because of a mistake. But the bigger picture is that we're getting there. We're getting there. We've got a couple more to come back. We're hoping Donovan will be back for next week, which would be great for us. Frank is due to come back in as well, hopefully next week. And we'll build on our performance levels. So
you'll have a selection headache. Are you expecting a similar test of Havant that you had today from Dartford?
I think so. Listen, I haven't seen Havant yet. They've had some change. I think their front boys are really, really lively. Made some good signings down there, Paul, and they're always a very, very dangerous side. Very physical. Not meaning in strength, also in pace, in ability. So we're expecting a really tough game. It's at our place. We want to make Twerton a fortress. And we've won our games there to date, so that's good. And the boys will feel confident off the back of that. We'll look back at this. There'll be loads for the boys to look at and say we've done really well at. but there's other bits obviously that we need to improve on because once again we haven't come away with the 3 points. Make no bones about it, Dartford will be in the top 3, top 4. This is a really good team. Steve sets them up really, really well, and they'll go well this season. And I thought there wasn't too much between the teams.
Was that a confidence booster in itself? There wasn't too much between the teams, considering you've had to pretty much rebuild yours over the summer, and they've got a lot of established National League South players.
Yeah, I think so. I think we know what we've got. I think we're getting there, as I said, with our patterns. We're trying to build the relationships, and we keep doing that week on, week on. There's no panic, as I said, there's 3 league games in. We've had some tough games as well, and this has been a really tough week, as I said earlier in the interview. So, yeah, we will. We'll take confidence that we go toe-to-toe with teams like this. We've got no divine right to be up in the top 3, top 4. We have to earn it, like any team. And it's going to be a tough old league because, looking at today, it's different. There's no crowd in. If a crowd had been in, possibly there might have been an official in the crowd that would have been able to take over. We wouldn't have had a 45-minute delay. That's something the league need to look at because if there isn't, why isn't there a 4th official here? There's enough officials out there. And that's the question I asked to him as well. Why haven't you brought a 4th official? Because if it happens and there's no one in here, you get the obvious thing that you're lucky that there's someone not too far away that's come in and done it. Is that right, though? A bloke who's come in cold, hasn't seen the first half, doesn't know the relationships on the team, doesn't know about how we are on the side, and he's come in cold. That's a lot of pressure on that official to go on. He's got a couple wrong when he's gone on because he's not even looking across the line. So, and that's nothing else than him playing cold. He's come in like any player, stepped in off a car, jumped in here, and he's into a football match at a very high level with a lot at stake, 3 points at stake. So all round, it wasn't a great decision. I would say the same if we won it. I honestly would, because player safety. Jack Batten there is out on his feet, and I put that down to obviously he's had such a long break. He has to keep his body going. He's only just come back. That's what I said to the referee. A player like Jack's come back from an anterior cruciate ligament injury, and he's been asked to sit around for 45 minutes before he's come out and played another half of football. That's just not right in player welfare. It's a modern day. We have to look after our players, and what we haven't done there, and it's taken out of my hands, we haven't been able to look after our players well enough. Going back to the game, good luck to him, good luck to Steve, good luck to Dartford. We'll see him at our place, and that'll be another tough game.